You're listening to The Pete Sheppard Show.
Oh, it's good to be back.
The bases, and now Ben Rice. He swings and hits it hard to right. And Ben Rice is back, and the Yankees are on the board. A two-run home run off Bayo to get it started. The kid from Cohasset, Massachusetts, steps on home. Judge lifts it to left. Duran running, drops the ball. Grisham will score, and the Yankees have the lead. Jaron Duran had it in his glove, and it popped out.
Oh, the humanity. Oh. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pete Sheppard Show. Here, Red Sox lose kind of a heartbreaker last night in the Bronx, but hey, it's going to be Game 3 tonight. Wouldn't have it any other way, right? It's supposed to be like this. Let's get it going, everybody. Welcome to the Pete Sheppard Show here on the Coastal Sports, the digital network. Checking us out across the extensive video platform here on X and Twitter at following me at PShep326. Also on YouTube, Kick, Rumble, CSDN Florida, Instagram, LinkedIn, Odyssey app, and of course SR1029. The game, and you can always call or text the show 727-858-6650, 727-858-6650. That is the number to call. We will have all the highlights or somewhat lowlights if you're a Red Sox fan from last night's game. Tough loss. It's not just on Jaron Duran. A few things happened in that game, some good, some bad, and the Yankees came away with a win last night. Tip you had to win. Game 3 is going to be tonight. Note the start time, not 6 o'clock, because the Dodgers took care of Cincinnati yesterday. It'll be 8:08 this evening, not at 6 o'clock. 8:08. So ESPN's loving that. We will recap the Red Sox and the Yankees, get some post-game sound, some pre-sound as well. The kid from Cohasset, Massachusetts, Ben Rice, and Bill Burt and I talked about him earlier this week on Tuesday. He should have been starting in Game 1. I don't understand why he wasn't. And another Massachusetts kid who went to Northeastern from Walpole, Mass., whose father is the chief of police in Needham, Mass., Angel Martinez, will be starting tonight for the Yankees. Cam Schindler, the righty, outstanding rookie who came up in July, 4-3 on the year, 2.96 ERA, 7th-round draft pick. And Conley Early, the outstanding rookie for the Red Sox. He's 1-2 on the year, 2.33 ERA. The lefty versus the righty. The rookies going at it tonight. Who can get to the 6th inning or the 5th inning for that matter, to be honest with you. But Game 3 tonight, there's going to be 3 Game 3s today and this evening. The Dodgers knocked off the Reds, but the Indians and Padres both stayed alive in their respective series. We'll have all the highlights. Got a lot of NFL news to tell you about. Shadur Sanders is pantomiming reporters and made a jackass out of himself. And we even got some other NFL news and some interesting comments about the WNBA, which I have tried to avoid because I don't care. But I'm just tired of this stuff being forced down our throats. And ESPN tries so hard to make you want to watch the WNBA. And I'm telling you that 3/4 or 5/6 or 9/10 of the country doesn't give a shit. Okay, the league loses money, end of story. But I think Mad Dog Russo had an interesting take on it, and Scott Van Pelt did as well, because some of the comments coming out of that league are absolutely ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculous, but that's going to be way, way down the list. Good show lined up for you today. Trevor Harris, WQAM in Miami at 8:05. We'll talk about the Canes and the Seminoles coming up, and Florida State in Tallahassee. By the way, Roddy Jones, who's going to be doing the game, I think on radio for ESPN, he goes off and is pissed, and I don't blame him because he wanted game day. He thinks game day, as it was originally scheduled to be in Tallahassee for this game, and now they're going to stupid Tuscaloosa for that great rivalry between Vanderbilt and Alabama. So he goes off on that, and rightly so. So we got a lot to get into today. And with that, we say good morning to Angel Martinez. Good morning, Angel.
Good morning, Senor Pete, and good morning to everyone out there. Another beautiful blue sky filled day today. Not so much. A lot of rain today, but nonetheless, it is going to be a good day. Yesterday was absolutely perfect. It was great to be outside. If you guys got an opportunity, if you live here in the Florida region, up north, it's so nice for the moment, at least before it starts getting
Your
cooler.
mic's a little low. You might. I don't know if you're sounding a little
Oh,
low.
I don't know why.
There you go. I don't know. It sounds a little. All right. Maybe it's just.
Well, I don't know. Let me.
There you go. There you go. Now it sounds better.
All right.
You might have just been too far away.
Could have. What the heck knows?
We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Oh man, yeah. So yeah, it's looks like it's going to be a kind of a washout this weekend. It seems.
Yeah,
Well, it's in Florida, at least down here.
yeah, no, it is, and it. Kind of stinks a little bit, but I guess like everything else, we still need the rain until we start getting into our dry season, which isn't that far away.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. And today is the 2nd of October. So let's get right into it. Lots to talk about, lots to get into, lots of video to show you. Jazz Chisholm on a hit and run, a very well-timed hit and run yesterday. Got to tip your hat to the Yankees all the way home from first base on Austin Wells' tie-breaking single in the 8th. And the Yankees extend the season 4-3 over the Red Sox. We will get to all the highlights right now. I think one of the surprising parts of this game happened. Brian Bay only went 2 1/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk. It didn't strike out anybody, and he got pulled early in this game, obviously. And then Wilson, Slayton, Matson, Kelly, and Whitlock. So you had 5 other pitchers come in, actually 6, because Tolley came in at the end, and that kid can fire. He came in at the end. So the Red Sox used 6 relievers yesterday and nearly pulled it off. They never were ahead in this game, but let's get to it right now. The kid from Cohasset, Massachusetts, got it going, as you heard, and I'm going to have you, Angel, I'm going to have you play some video highlights, but you just heard this one. But anyway, let's hear it again. Ben Rice from Cohasset, Mass. gives the Yankees the lead in the bottom of the first.
Stolen bases, and now Ben Rice. He swings and hits it hard to right. And Ben Rice is back, and the Yankees are on the board. A 2-run home run off Bayo to get it started. The kid from Cohasset, Massachusetts, steps on home.
Damn you. By all accounts, a very, very nice young man, by the way, for the people I know that have spoken to him. So it's not his fault. He's got the wrong uniform on, but he gets the Yankees going 2-0. Angel, if we could scroll down, let's see. Let's go down to Savage, and it says Trevor Story ties it. I'm sorry, not that one, not yet, not that. Let's go down to Nesson, brand new ball game. Trevor Story first, because he was very good last night. So under Nesson, brand new ball game with the Red Sox down 2-0. Here come the Red Sox, courtesy of Trevor Story.
And that one is up the middle. It's going to get down. Christian Fields. And he will throw it into third base. We are tied. Trevor Story delivers an RBI that plates 2 on that.
All right, so the game is tied at 2, and then this happened for the Red Sox and the Yankees.
Judge lifts it to left. Duran running, drops the ball. Grisham will score, and the Yankees have the lead. Jaron Duran had it in his glove, and it popped out.
Yeah, that really sucked. It really did. So the Yankees get a run off of that. They're up 3-2, but we scroll one up. Angel, here comes Trevor Story again to tie the ball game.
Swing and a drive. Left field. Bellinger back. Gone! Trevor's storybook season continues with a game-tying solo shot. And just like that, it's 3-3.
That was the top of the 6th inning, tied at 3, and you're hinging on this is why this series is so cool. I mean, for me, you got butterflies. It's every single pitch, every single call matters. And, man, if you can't feel that, then you got no soul. But here's the Yankees on a beautifully executed hit and run. Here's how they took the lead for good.
Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming to Austin Wells. And he lines one into right field. Fair ball. Chisholm to third. He's being waved. Eaton coming home. Here's the throw. He's safe. And the Yankees have a lead on Austin Wells' single. And the speed of Chisholm.
Yep, that would end up being the final 4-3. The Red Sox had a couple of opportunities. Story missed a grand slam by about 2 feet. And then at the end of the game, I think Rafi missed a home run at the very end on the last pitch, a deep fly ball to the Little League right field. And I thought it was gone when he hit it. Would have tied the game, but not meant to be. All right, let's get to some more video here. And let's scroll up to, first off, let's go up to Jaron Duran from Nesson Angel. He took a full accountability for his drop post game. That's it.
Take us through the fly ball Judge hit from your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I was just playing pretty deep on Judge. And as I was coming in, I thought it was hit a little harder than it was. And then I kind of gained more ground than I thought. I didn't really have to go into a full dive there and kind of just pushed the ball on myself a little more and kind of got really up on me. But, it's on me.
How much is that, though? Jared, you bounce back from things like this all the time. Just kind of baseball and put it behind you, move on, and get ready for Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, this one's going to sting a little bit. I mean, I know that game is 100% on me. If I make that play, Trevor hits the homer, we take the lead. But, I messed it up, gave them momentum, and then, things just happen from there. But, that one's on me. I'm going to have to wear that one.
But how confident are you that you guys bounce back as a group? Game 3, you guys have been here all year long battling. Just your thoughts on the mentality of what you guys will do in that Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, I have complete confidence in this team. I mean, we've been through stuff like this before, and we've been resilient all year, so I'm excited to see what we can do tomorrow.
What can you do individually to turn the page?
I don't know. I'll think about it tonight and just kind of get over it.
How much you look forward to just getting back out there tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to play tomorrow and redeem myself.
How big is it when Trevor immediately homers there and it's a new ball game at that point?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good feeling, but deep down I know that we could have had the lead right there, so that one stings a little bit, and I can already feel it, and just disappointed. That one's on me.
What have you seen from Connolly early here in this clubhouse so far, and how confident are you in him taking the ball in Game 3?
I mean, he reminds me a lot of Roman. I mean, they're so young, but they're so calm, cool, and collective, and it's awesome to see that. I can't wait to see him get on the mound tomorrow and see that big smile he always has when he's competing.
All right, there is Jaron Duran, unfortunate. And, my gut feeling tells me he's going to have a hell of a game tonight. And defensively in the outfield, he makes spectacular Freddie Lynn type of plays at times. He's had a couple of those this year. And last year, for that matter, he's had a couple of those where you go, oh, my God, what? Because he makes these other spectacular catches, and then he's had 3 or 4 miscues like that this year, and unfortunately, that came at a very inopportune time. However, the Red Sox still tied it. They still had ample opportunity. They had the bases loaded once with 1 out or 2 out, whatever. They couldn't get that hit. They came very, very close. For the lineup that they have, it is sort of remarkable how they are here, and I still think that there's tonight's 6-5 and pick 'em, but they're a resilient team. I think Jaron Duran is going to come back tonight from the plate, and I'm going to say, Angel, I'm going to say Jaron Duran hits a home run tonight.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll lead to a Red Sox win. But he bounces back. I mean, he looks like he's ready to, jump off a very high structure. But he'll be okay. He'll be okay. He's very resilient, as this team is. So Whitlock yesterday, 1 2/3, gave up 3 hits, an earned run, and struck out 2. And here he is after the game. Andrew, if we could scroll up under Nesson. Garrett Whitlock on his performance yesterday or last night.
Back up. Or did I go too far?
No, you just had it.
Passed right by it. Hang on.
Yep. The guy with the red shirt. The guy with the red shirt. Not him. Yeah. No, not him. Garrett. It's under Nesson. Just trying to get out there. That's it.
There it is.
Yep.
I should have gone down instead of up. All right. Here we go.
Jared, what's the mindset for tomorrow?
Come out and try and win the game.
Yeah, it's obviously your most pitches of the season. Is that a different mindset heading into the outing? Is it anything different about what the role's kind of been the last month, 2, 3?
No, not really. Just try and go out there and get outs until AC come take the ball away from me.
How'd you feel out there?
What?
Go ahead, Rich. How'd you feel out there?
Felt good. Got tired towards the end, but thought I made some good pitches, and they did a good job.
47 pitches last night.
When was it that you got tired? Was it after the first 2 outs of that inning? You got 2 quick outs and then you walked.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't trying to walk Jazz. He put up a good at bat and everything, and then Wells did a fantastic job as well. So credit to them.
When you got tired, was it a command issue, just not being able to execute and kind of losing the zone?
Yeah, I mean, definitely lost command, and unfortunately that happened.
How much is that just a bang-bang baseball play? The ball goes down the line. It gets kind of stuck. Nate has to come in, and the throw is like that close in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Wells put a great swing on it, and I haven't had a chance to look at it, so I'm not really sure where the pitch was located, but he did a great job, and Jazz has elite speed, and so it was one of those things where it was a good play.
How would you describe just the overall tenor and sequence of events tonight, with Alex going to the bullpen early, Story coming through a couple of times to erase deficits, just the whole 9 innings?
What is tenure like? Tenor?
Tenor, like the tone, the atmosphere, the back and forth.
Oh, okay. I mean, I thought it was a great ball game. I thought both sides played really well. I think you saw that with last night and tonight, and so hopefully we can put together a good game tomorrow and go from there.
Gary, you still have another opportunity tomorrow to advance. Same thing like tonight. What will the mentality be of the group?
Just take it one day at a time, and come in tomorrow and try and put together a good game and go out there and win.
You have a big spot for Connolly early tomorrow. What do you think? What have you seen from him? Just what do you think he might bring out there tomorrow?
Yeah, Early's been amazing. If you're telling me that, I guess means he's starting. But
Alex said it. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Early's been amazing. Really proud of the stuff that he's done so far this year. Love watching him play, and so really excited to see him.
How confident are you just in the team's ability just to bounce back from a tough one tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you just take it one day at a time, and so it's one of those things where the boys are going to show up tomorrow and put all the work in to try and get to going tomorrow.
Like 3 questions there with the same question. How are you going to bounce back? It's
Yep.
just, God, I do not miss doing that shit. It's like, I didn't have to cover a lot of it, but I certainly was in a lot of, before I did post-game and pre-game show stuff, it certainly was in my share of locker rooms at the time. I just want to go home. Can we stop?
I have a question, Pete. I just want to know, how was today's performance versus yesterday's show?
Well, today it's going to be an awesome show. Every show we do here is awesome on the whole. Yes, some days are better than others. I fully admit it. But yes, this will be one hell of a show today. Just taking it one minute at a time, Angel. 1 minute at a time, one video clip at a time, one audio clip at a time. That's all I can do. I mean, the sun is going to come up in the morning and set at night, no matter what we do here. So, breathe. Hey, it could be a lot worse. I can tell you, if I could give you 3 hours on the WNBA and put everybody to sleep. So what he was talking about, the play last night, there were 2 outs in the 8th. Chisholm drew the walk from Garrett Whitlock, and then he was running on the full count. And Wells pulled a line drive, landed just inside the right field line. I thought it was foul at first, then I thought it hit the chalk. It was just about half on the. It was a fair ball. And caromed off the low retaining wall in foul territory. Nate Eaton for the Red Sox, the right fielder, throws a bullet to the plate. And Chisholm barely beat it out because of his head first slide, but it clearly was the right call. He was absolutely safe. But it was that close. But that's what these games are in the postseason, and not just the Red Sox Yankees, but although it seems more accelerated when it's a Red Sox Yankees series, it seems like it just means more. Every base running, every single ground ball, every single. You notice at the Yankee Stadium, every single ball that's hit is by a Yankee is the crowd goes nuts, even though it can go 100 feet. But I got to tell you, it is. It has to stop. Major League Baseball. I don't know what it is at Yankee Stadium. I don't know if it's because the other games I'm watching, I'm not really paying attention to it. Do you have to play some sort of sound effect? Not in between batters. Every single pitch, there is a sound effect in between. No matter if it's the Red Sox pitching or the Yankees. It is so fucking annoying. Yep. Every single pitch. That's wrong. Something is wrong with that. My God.
I heard that yesterday.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too, because I kind of looked over at Debbie, I'm like, why is it and it was, if it wasn't the organ, it was some sort of sound effect.
I wish it was an organ. It was every pitch. It was either a sound effect or even if it was 2 seconds of Frank Sinatra or 2 seconds, it's just unnecessary. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Timeouts, pitching changes in between innings. Even in between batters, they have their walk-up music and all that. That's fine. Every single pitch? Really? Are you kidding me? It is so freaking annoying.
Yep.
And I guarantee all the broadcasters feel that way too. And this is not a get off my lawn type of that is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right. Let's scroll up to let's see. I want to get to Alex Cora. Yeah, let's go down to Alex. Right down below Whitlock is Alex Cora on his Game 3 plan. Right below that. Yep.
Hit the rewind this dooski here, and off we go.
Alex, what did you see with Bayo that made you want to take him out of the game at that point?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough lineup. A bunch of lefties. I thought the bats were getting better, with the lefties, and we got a bunch of them in the bullpen, and felt like at that point, kind of like we have to do this. It doesn't feel good, because you want the kid to go out there and get his experience and pitch, deep into the game. But I felt like at that moment we needed to pivot.
And that was a lot of pitches for Whitlock. Was that more than you intended to use him necessarily?
Yeah, but at that point, we're all in, right? He's one of our best pitchers, He just got up there, but we were doing everything possible to get to the top of the ninth with a tie game.
Chris, in the third row on the right.
With Brian, is that something you talked to him about before the game that you can... any sort of warning, it could be shorter?
No.
And how do you think he took it in the moment?
In the moment, frustrating, I bet. But then I talked to him, hey, you just got to be ready for the next one. This October baseball, this is different.
Okay. Now here, Jen on the left.
Just with Whitlock there, I think that the most pitches he's thrown all year. And I know you kind of were relying on him a lot there, but what did you kind of see in those final batters there?
They put good at bats. The walk to Jazz, I don't know where that pitch was, and then Wells put a good at bat, just hit it down the line, and that happened. But it's one of those that at that point we're trying to win that game, and it didn't happen.
You're going to go in the back to Duke?
Alex, on the broadcast, they seem to think that Nate could have scored when the ball gets away from Rice. What did you think?
That's their opinion. I think it's easy from up there say that he should have
scored.
Could have scored.
No, he should have scored.
They're not down there with us.
Yeah, should have scored.
On the left, Gabe.
Alex, what's your pitching plan for tomorrow?
Connolly's going to start. Yeah.
And how do you feel the bullpen will be tomorrow with regard to guys like Garrett?
We'll check with Whit, right? Get a lot of treatment and see where we at tomorrow. But the rest, they're in good shape.
Okay, stay back there with Jay, behind him.
You had Chapman warming up a couple times there in the 7th and 8th. Where did you envision bringing him in?
No, in the 7th, that's part of his routine.
Okay.
So he wasn't warming up. In the 8th, no, he was going to be. It was either up in the 9th or not bring him at all. But that's part of his routine.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Hey, Bill, here on the right.
How key was the defensive stop by Jazz Chisholm?
He saved 2 runs.
Yes.
Because JD scores on that one.
It was an unbelievable play that he made.
Great play.
Go ahead.
Double play.
I mean, he hit it. I thought it went through, and then he dove for it. Yeah.
Okay, going to go here on the left, Ian.
Alex, just a couple plays. Sadon not being able to get the bunt down. Was he bunting on his own there?
We'll keep that one, as a decision for the team. I don't want to tip my hand to them.
And also the fly ball Judge hit. It looked, at least off the bat, like kind of a routine play. What did you see with Jaron there?
I didn't have a good angle, but, if you asked him, I saw the replay afterwards. He just missed it.
You're behind you, Pete. You good, Pete? Okay. Anything else? One more here, Ian.
Just with early pitching, how obviously a big spot for a 23-year-old. What has he shown you this season?
He's poised throughout, very calm. Obviously, he's going to be loud here. 2 rookies, Game 3, wild card, Yankees, Red Sox. Imagine that. So, should be a fun night.
All righty. And speaking of a fun night, let's see. Let's continue. Let me go to. I want to go. We have Bregman too, but I want to play Conley early as well. We have him, and he is right above Whitlock there. Angel. And Lou Maloney makes a great point. Says, I don't know how long he goes, but I'll say this. I have zero concerns with this kid on the mound. He's a legit attacks, gets swings and misses, and won't be afraid. So there it is. Here's Conley early, who will start tonight.
It's going to be really fun. It's 1-1 now, so it comes down to this game, and I'm excited to get out there.
Alex just announced it. When he told you, what was that feeling like for you, and how excited are you about it?
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. Really good feeling and just ready to get out there.
When you showed up to Fort Myers this year, could you ever imagine not only reaching the majors, but taking the ball to start a win-or-go-home game?
No, but I'm in that position now, so got to go out there and trust my stuff.
What did Alex tell you? What have you just watching these first 2 games here kind of learned about postseason baseball?
Yeah, it's electric. Really good games so far, and every pitch matters, so really competitive games and competitive ABs, so just got to go out there and do my thing.
When did Alex actually tell you were starting?
Alex didn't tell me, but Bales told me just about 2 minutes ago.
What was the reaction of as a kid? Something you dream of as a kid?
100%, yep.
What was the reaction when he told you? What was your initial reaction?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah. Were there any nerves, anxiousness, excitement?
For sure, excitement, 100%.
Knowing that was a possibility, did you prepare mentally the last 48 hours, for you to get the go-ahead?
100%, yeah. I mean, I've stuck to all my preparation and feel pretty good, so ready to go out there and do it.
I know nothing compares to this, but what's the closest, highest stakes game you've pitched in before?
Probably in college, super regionals, and then going out in the College World Series.
How much do you like having the 8 other guys on this team behind you in this one?
Oh, it's amazing. Having all these guys, I mean, they've been doing it all season. So me taking the ball in front of those guys is amazing.
Were any of those in college a do or die situation?
I think 1 or 2 of them was.
Have you heard? Well, I don't even know if you've had a minute to check your phone. Like, have you heard from people yet, or will you stay off of all of that stuff and focus? What do you think it'll be like for you between now and the first pitch?
I haven't been on my phone yet. Just got out of the shower, so but gonna go eat and then get to bed and just get to work tomorrow.
All right, so that's awesome. That Conley early is going to be going for the Red Sox tonight. 1-2, the rookie lefty, 2.33 ERA against the rookie righty from Walpole, Massachusetts, Cam Schindler, and the pride of Northeastern University, the righty rookie, 4-3, 2.96 ERA. Right above. Let's see. Let's scroll down to. Is it scroll down or scroll up? No, scroll up to Alex Bregman for the Red Sox and reacts to the loss and looks ahead to tonight's game.
Obviously a hard-fought game. Two good teams competing back and forth. Was proud of the fight in here, and yeah, no, it's one game, winner take all.
Obviously, AC manages one a little differently than he has all year because it's the postseason. But what is the kind of the message to the team when you see the hook for Bayo and it's kind of all hands on deck?
We got confidence in every single pitcher that we have, so it's just find a way to play good defense behind them, and yeah.
You got a best of 3 series. Comes down to this 2 good games. Baseball has different things, but if a kid taking them out 23 years old, what do you think of that? Just everything that kind of goes with the story. Conley
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's awesome. So this is what baseball's all about. 2 great teams competing, unbelievable atmosphere. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and looking forward to tomorrow.
You've been one of the guys who's been here before, Alex, facing elimination, been able to break through. What will you share with these guys so they come here and keep things cool?
Just be aggressive, be yourself, trust yourself, and do the same thing that you've been trying to do all year, which is prepare and compete and go out there and try and execute.
What did you see from Bale's stuff tonight from the 28 pitches he did throw?
I think Rice took a good swing on the cutter, and yeah.
What sort of tone does it set for everybody when Alex makes the move that he does and is going to lean heavy on the bullpen the rest of the night?
I think our mentality is just we have confidence in every single pitcher that takes them out. So we've been saying it for the last month. So next pitch and keep going.
As a player, do you like it when the manager's managing that aggressively in order to try to create success?
Yeah, I feel like our job as players is to control what we can control and compete and prepare and try and execute on the field, and yeah.
You've played in a lot of these games. Winner take all. What are some of the differences usually that win these games?
I think just execution.
Obviously, a lot of guys haven't been in a situation like that. As a leader, veteran, do you feel like you have to set everybody down with a unified pregame message tomorrow?
No, I feel like we've kind of had the same message all year long, and that's next pitch, show up ready to compete. Yeah.
Alex Connolly's been here for about a month or so. What have you learned just about him, his makeup, and his identity when he takes the field?
Awesome kid, competitor, aggressive. He wants the ball, and looking forward to playing behind him tomorrow.
Given who these two teams are, obviously you guys wanted to win tonight, but was there kind of a feeling that, given how even these teams are, that Game 3 was kind of the way this was going to head?
I feel like in the postseason you got to take it pitch by pitch and game by game. So I feel like we've been doing a really good job of staying in the moment and keeping it focused on that.
Did you think Rafael had that one at the end?
I thought he hit it really well. I thought it was a great swing, and he's come up with so many big swings for us. Super proud of the at bat there, squaring a ball up right there against a good pitcher.
Yeah, Rafi nearly had the game-tying home run at the very, very end, but it wasn't meant to be. I'm going to try one last one, Angel, right up above from Alex Bregman. Here is the Yankees starting pitcher tonight, the rookie from Northeastern University, the pride of Walpole, Massachusetts. His dad, by the way, is chief of police in Needham, Massachusetts. I believe he still is, so don't mess around. Cam Schindler says he converted his family of Red Sox fans to become Yankee fans, which is, no surprise.
Yeah.
Have you fully converted your family to Yankee fans?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say so. Again, obviously growing up in Boston, I take pride in being from Boston.
Yeah, you know what, Angel? I thought it was low on my end too. It's a bad. Forget it. It's bad audio. No big deal. That's whoever taped that down there. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break because it's probably the only one we're going to have today, and then we're going to come back and review what happened around the majors yesterday in playoff baseball. 3 of the 4 teams stayed alive, including the Yankees. The Indians stay alive. The Padres stay alive. The Dodgers don't stay alive. What the Dodgers did do is move the Red Sox game from 6 o'clock tonight to 8 o'clock, which I don't particularly mind, but others I'm sure do. It's just such a great – the 6 o'clock time is just fantastic. But it's 8 o'clock tonight. All right, when we come back, lots more baseball, and we'll get to the NFL as well. Lots to tell you about there. We have a couple of great Roddy Jones is livid that game day is headed to Tuscaloosa instead of Tallahassee. and we have some WNBA outrage as well. All right, Phil Castanetti, Sports World in Saugus, Mass. is New England's place to buy or sell the finest in sports memorabilia. For over 35 years, Sports World has offered the finest in sports collectibles. So head on down there to Phil Castanetti, Sports World, 184 Broadway in Saugus. Call 781-233-7222 for more information. Sports World in Saugus, be there. Pete Sheppard Show continues right after this here on the Coastal Sports Digital Network.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber, and I would like you to know that our company has been selling Anderson windows for over 60 years. See the complete line of Anderson windows at any of our 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, or in Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Hey everybody, it's Pete Sheppard from the Coastal Sports Network. Want to tell you about my good friend Lou DiMuzio and his company. Lou is the president and founder of Ace Technology Advisors. They're big-time tech specialists. At ATA, they're able to craft, implement, and manage the best and most appropriate solution for your business. They leverage their industry-leading experience and their portfolio of technology partners to improve your best practices and infrastructure. So you can get a hold of them at 888-599-4223. That's 888-599-4223. Check them out on their webpage, www.acetechadvisors.com. That's www.acetechadvisors.com. Or you can email them, sales@acetechadvisors.com. Check out my friend Lou DiMuzio and Ace Technology Advisors.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I gotta tell you, I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too, but I'm glad we are.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and life experiences come together through conversation, and it feels good.
Wow, your story is so...
Interesting?
Yeah.
When people actually sit down, talk, and listen to one another, they can break down boundaries and connect as human beings. At lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep, you can listen to amazing, life-changing conversations and find simple tools to start a conversation of your own.
I know one thing. This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together by having the courage to start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Whoa! Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Woohoo! Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie. So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting. A teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is the story of a very special woman. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless and still is. She could also make monsters disappear, especially those that lurked in the shadows under the bed. Once, this woman put back together a teenage girl's broken heart, which had been shattered in 1,000 pieces, just by giving her a bear hug. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Don't spaz out because your team lost. Let Pete do it for you. Now, back to the Pete Sheppard Show.
Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming to Austin Wells. And he lines one into right field. Fair ball. Chisholm to third. He's being waved. Eaton coming home. Here's the throw. And he's safe. And the Yankees have the lead on an Austin Wells single. No! And the speed of Chisholm.
If only the count wasn't 3-2, he wouldn't be running on the pitch, but he was. Yes, I was. I really wasn't. The only play I was angry at the whole night and the way everything went, and everybody wants to give a blame pie piece. I can only imagine what's going on the Boston Sports Talk radio stations up there. It's real easy to just shit all over Jarren Duran. And that's the one play that made me angry because I know how important it is not to give the Yankees or really any other team in the playoffs any extra outs. And I also know he's screwed up a few times this year doing that. And knowing that, I also know he makes spectacular plays from time to time as well. But I was not crying. I was not angry. I think if you had asked me before the series started, I thought the Red Sox are going to win the series. I still think they are. I guess we should be happy with the split, right? They got what they needed in Game 1 of the Garrett Crochet. It was one of the most dominating Red Sox postseason performances that you'll see. And last night was a tough one. They could have closed it out. They never had the lead. They could have had the lead several times. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, but didn't. Tip your hat to the Yankees. I do tip my hat to the Yankees last night. They made more plays than the Red Sox. It came right down to the last pitch, and I really thought Rafi had hit it out at the end. But it didn't happen, and the Yankees win 4-3. And now for all the marbles tonight, Conley early, the rookie lefty against the rookie righty for Massachusetts, Cam Schlittler. And wouldn't it be something if the Yankees do win the series and the kid from Cohasset, Massachusetts, Ben Rice, and then the kid from Walpole, Massachusetts, Cam Schlittler, does them in. Schlittler, I should say. Careful with that. Be interesting to see what happens with the ESPN announcers tonight. It's still going to be Carl Ravitch. And Carl Ravitch, by the way, I heard some people say, and sometimes it aggravates me. It sounds like they're rooting for the Yankees. I think certainly Eduardo Perez is. Certainly the people on the morning show on ESPN are rooting for the Yankees, it seems. But Carl Ravitch he's from Massachusetts, too. I think he's from Needham as well. So I'm pretty sure because I've talked to him in the past, I'm pretty sure grew up a Red Sox fan. But anyway, do you have something, Angel?
No, I just having a sneeze.
Oh, okay. That's what. Well, God bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's continue here around Major League Baseball. Yesterday, Cleveland and Detroit. What a game this was. You wouldn't know it by the score. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning.
You guys doing things they're not supposed to. It plays with you a little bit.
Mize' pitch is hit in the air to deep right center field. Back by the line, gone! George Valera, who got in only 16 games for Cleveland in the regular.
Unbelievable. Sean McDonough with the call on ESPN. That put the Guardians up 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Let's go to the third.
Hit hard up the middle and a base hit. Rain has scored. Dingler's coming around. The throw goes to third. Safe. McKinstry safe there. Baez winds up at second base. And the Tigers take a 2-1 lead.
Close play nonetheless.
Of course, then the issue would become, did the second run score if they called this an out?
The call on the field is overturned. The runner has
There's the tag and game that happened just before the second run crossed the plate.
Yeah, that was an interesting. I couldn't believe they overturned that call. That was, I mean, and they said they went to the replay booth and they talked to the officials. One of the producers did on ESPN and said, well, yeah, that. I mean, it's going to be. It's going to be overwhelming evidence, and it wasn't. But anyway, it didn't matter. So the game is tied at 1-1 in the fourth inning. Let's go and head to the eighth inning, and this is when things really exploded for the Guardians.
Chance for some insurance. Schneemann hits it hard in the right field. That'll bring home Kwan. Schneemann into second. It's 3-1 Guardians.
3-1 at that time in the eighth inning, and Cleveland was not done. Here is the backbreaker.
Tomorrow. The 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air and right. Back by the wall. Perez. That one's gone. What has gotten into these Cleveland Guardians? A 3-run homer.
I love the Mario Super Bowl. Yeah. That was when you got mushrooms. Remember you bouncing up and hitting the bricks? Do you ever get so obsessed with that game that all of a sudden, like 7 hours go by, or your weekend is gone? Or you have, control arthritis like kids used to have back in the day. The Atari 2600 was the worst with the joystick.
Yep.
There was a thing called kids arthritis or teen arthritis developing early because kids were just nonstop. But later on with, Mario Brothers was obsessive, especially then when you found out all the hidden Easter eggs, hidden little gems and everything else. And, a lot of times back then you couldn't save the game. So then you could save it. But, there used to be hours sometimes I would go by and be like, what? And I was an outdoor type of guy, but, man, there were some days, if it was raining or something and you couldn't go outside, you would sit in front. It was just ridiculous. Did you ever sit like, oh, my God, like you start at like 10 o'clock in the morning, all of a sudden it's time to eat dinner.
Yeah. No, I did it for that simple reason because you didn't have an opportunity to save it. So either you started it and you kept it going and there was no stopping one way or the other, especially like during the wintertime when it's cold, when if it was too cold to go outside, then it was the same way. All right, mom knock on the doors. What are you doing? I'm playing. Okay. And she'd walk away. But other than that, if it snowed, a different story. Now is you run outside. Yeah. And fun stuff like kids. But yeah, are you kidding me? I hours spent in front of it.
It's just crazy. And how many times I wanted to, sometimes the button sticks or the AB button. I'm talking about the original Nintendo stuff. Or you want to take the control. Fuck! I always had like a pillow or something by me because, you feel like you got so close. Or you go to jump and it didn't quite get there. Or you try to run and jump and you think you got a pattern in your head and stuff. And then you get so far, and then you lose stupidly. Anyway, we digress. Back to the playoffs yesterday. The Cubs were up 1-0 yesterday. So anyway, final 6-1, Cleveland and Detroit, and they will, that's the final. They will play a decisive game 3 today, 3 o'clock on ABC. Meanwhile, Padres and the Cubs, they needed a win to stay alive as well at Wrigley Field.
Of third this year. Merrill fly ball into right field. That drives Suzuki back in front of the warning track. He'll throw it into second. Arise takes third. Tatis is in, and San Diego strikes first in the opening inning of Game 2. A sacrifice fly from Jackson Merrill.
All right, it's 1-0, as you heard, the sac fly from ESPN from Jackson Merrill. Let's head now to the top of the fifth inning.
And Machado cracks the first pitch to deep left field. Ian Happ will watch it go. Manny Machado destroys the first pitch. The Cubs do not turn to the bullpen, and Machado hits it over the bullpen. 3-0 San Diego.
And what do we talk about coming into this game? It's got to be the dudes. And for the Padres, it is Tatis, it is Machado. I give Tatis a ton of credit for taking the walk, something he could not do yesterday, chasing pitches outside the zone to get on base, to get into scoring position.
And after the game, here's Craig Counsell, the skipper of the Cubs, on the reason why he left Shota Umanaga in to face Manny Machado on that pitch.
Look, the result suggested we should have done something different. Really just confidence in Shota. Plain and simple there. I thought he was pitching well. I thought he was throwing the ball really well. Unfortunately, he made a mistake.
Did you consider going to Soroka?
Yeah. No, we considered walking Machado. Wasn't going to put Soroka in. Considered walking Machado.
All right. Meanwhile, finally, so the final 3-0, they blanked the Cubs. So that game 3 is going to be at 5 o'clock this afternoon on ESPN. The Tigers Guardians is 3 o'clock on ABC. Padres Cubs are at 5 o'clock, and then the Red Sox Yankees are up to 8 o'clock because the Reds got eliminated by the Dodgers. But it started off pretty good for the Reds yesterday, the top of the first.
Ground ball, base hit right field. In to score is Lux. Hayes will follow. He is in, and the rookie delivers here in game 2. Cincinnati on top. It is 2-0.
Well, this is a fan.
All right, so it's 2-0 in the top of the first inning. Let's head to the bottom of the third inning.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field, and the Dodgers get a run back. Betts, an RBI single. Rortvedt in to score, and it is 2-1.
All right, and the LA Dodgers would extend that lead as well.
In the air, floated down the right field line. Fair ball! Hernandez around third. He's in to score. Rojas dunks in a single, and just like that, Dodgers 3, Reds 2.
All right, that was in the, again, ESPN with the call. That was in the bottom of the fourth. Let us head to the bottom of the sixth inning.
2-2.
Oops. My bad.
2-2. Ground ball, base hit right field. Ohtani comes through. Kike Hernandez is in, and Rortvedt makes it to third. It's 4-2 Dodgers.
All right, and then one more. In the bottom of the sixth inning seemed, after this play, after this hit, insurmountable lead for the Dodgers.
Here in a rally to do it. Hernandez with a base hit up the middle. That'll score Ohtani. Here comes Betts. Freeman to third. Hernandez into second. And it is 7-2 Dodgers.
All right, and that'd be the final. Well, that wouldn't be the final. Dodgers double up. They went 8-4. They win the series 2-0. Shohei Ohtani is going to start game 1 against the Phillies on Saturday, I believe. On Saturday, I believe. So there you have it. All right, so there is all your NBA stuff. NBA, Major League Baseball for the playoff for the postseason. And again, playoffs today. 3 games on the slate. Tigers at the Guardians, 3 o'clock on ABC. 5 o'clock, Padres and the Cubs on ESPN. Red Sox and Yankees, 8 o'clock on ESPN as well. And we have a football game tonight, too. It's a mass unit for the San Francisco 49ers. They are on the road to take on the Rams. Rams a big favorite, I'll tell you right now. I love the Rams tonight, unless Mac Jones pulls off some sort of a miracle again. But I think the Rams win big tonight. Meanwhile, the other big NFL news is the Minnesota Vikings against Cleveland in London. That's at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Kevin Stefanski yesterday, and the Browns announcing that Dylan Gabriel will be the starter and benching Joe Flacco.
Yeah, I mean, from the second he's been here, he's been working very intelligent young man. He's done a nice job throughout practice, and he's been this whole season. He's been learning how to get yourself ready and understand the rhythm of an NFL week and what that looks like as a backup, and obviously now feel like he's ready to go in as a starter.
So the other big news with this today, you're going to see it all over ESPN and NFL Network. Yesterday in the locker room, they went to interview Shadur Sanders because he's still going to be listed as the third-string quarterback. And he did this. He was asked a question, went, and pantomimed on purpose. He's still pissed off because he lets the outside noise bother him. He's still mad at Rex Ryan and for ripping him the other day. And then he acts like a jackass. Instead of taking the high road and being professional about it and say, hey, I'm just here to help the team and say the usual cliches. But no, he's got to act like a jackass. And he better start to grow up really quickly. And there must be a reason why he's third string. And maybe part of that is his immaturity. Dylan Gabriel clearly beat him out. I never thought that was going to happen when they drafted him over Shadur Sanders to begin with back in April, but they have. And they probably should have been starting Dylan Gabriel to start the season and not Joe Flacco. Anyway, head coach Kevin O'Connell for the Vikings addresses back-to-back abroad games.
Yeah, I think we've, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I know me personally, I've really enjoyed it. I thought we handled the first trip the right way. I thought our guys had energy. The atmosphere at Croke Park was a special one, despite being the road team. But you could feel the energy in the building and the excitement. And we kind of, although we didn't execute as well as maybe we wanted to for 4 quarters, I thought our guys handled that first phase of the trip well, and we're already significantly into the second phase of that now, where we get a normal week of preparation on site here, and then going to a place that we've played 2 games at. So between the routine of the week and then the familiarity of Tottenham and the great venue that is in front of some awesome fans, I think we're very much looking forward to continuing and then finishing off this week the right way.
All right, we'll see. Minnesota at Cleveland. Dylan Gabriel gets a start in London, 9:30 in the morning. Vegas at Indianapolis. Giants at New Orleans. Here's Jackson Dart and the Saints passing on him in the NFL draft.
I think that there's always a chip on your shoulder anytime that something like that happens. But yeah, I'm just gonna go out there and play it as hard as I can. Yeah, I felt like my visit with them went good. So you kind of have thoughts in your head during the draft of what options are really realistic, and I definitely felt like that was a place that could have panned out. But things didn't work out that way.
All right, let's see if they do. I think the Giants have a good shot to beat a New Orleans team that is really, really reeling right now. Dallas at the Jets is another big game. Denver at Philadelphia, huge game for the Eagles as well. Saquon Barkley, not the Saquon Barkley, through him 1 month of the season as far as, rushing average and all that stuff. But this is going to be I think it's going to be a tougher game for Denver. They just played on Monday night, and they have to go on the road to Philadelphia. That's going to be a tough game. Miami at Carolina. We'll have a lot more sound a little bit later on. Patriots at Buffalo at 8 o'clock, 8:20, I should say, on Sunday night. Head coach Mike Vrabel on the Greg Hill Show on WEEI earlier this week says that wide receiver Stephon Diggs needs to study up a little bit.
Steph Diggs said that his comfortability within the offense is a 5 out of 10 right now. Is that just how he feels?
He should study more.
Okay.
I love this by the way. This is like, let's go.
5 out of 10.
Let's go get
him.
him.
Get going. I'll have to talk to Steph today. You gotta know the playbook inside and out.
Yeah, I just didn't know.
5 out of 10. I went to Ohio State. You're failing.
All right. All right. Before we, Trevor Havertz is going to join us in a little bit as well. I wanted to get this this video. Hang on a second. Click that off. Click this on. Do that. Come over here. Scroll down there. Very exciting.
4 to the left, 2 to the right.
By the way, Conley Early, who starts for the Red Sox tonight, was a year old when Aaron Boone hit his walk-off home run in the ALCS, and 2 years old when Boston came back from a 3-0 deficit to beat the Yankees. And somebody on Twitter, Steve, says, file this in who gives a shit folder. Well, you responded, so obviously you give a shit. And I don't care whether you give a shit or not. That's the one thing that aggravates me more than anything is when I post something. That was Buster Only. It's just an interesting little throwaway stat. No harm done. I'd be able to be so fucking nasty. Speaking of nasty, let's scroll down a little bit. Right under the show, Angel, or just about under the show. Here's SVP. Before we get into what happened with Roddy Jones, pissed off that Tallahassee is not the site for game day, but Tuscaloosa is. Here's a couple little things. This is all I'm going to say about the WNBA. You guys all know I don't care. I think this league is being forced down people's throats. This is not like water cooler talk. Nobody's going around. I mean, it's only getting this attention because the commissioner acted like a jackass. And anyway, here's Scott Van Pelt talking about frying the commissioner of the WNBA for her latest comments. Then we'll have Mad Dog Russo's reaction. Go ahead.
As for what Engelbert is alleged to have said to Collier, if she actually suggested Caitlin Clark should be grateful for what she makes off the court, that's preposterous. Did you miss the Iowa years? Clark is the Tiger Woods tide that lifts all boats. And we know this show is proof. The highest rating we have ever had followed one of her games at Iowa. The WNBA has benefited from her presence more than the other way around, even though this year for Caitlin Clark was essentially lost to injury. But it's a league that's at a flashpoint. According to Sportico, franchise valuations have soared. Players want more money and the CBA expires at the end of this month. This was a whole lot more than just a shot across the bow. The WNBA Finals begin this Friday, and we typically hear from Adam Silver on the eve of the NBA Finals. Kathy Engelbert has got to do more than say she's disheartened in a press release. The commissioner needs to explain how it is that a player, such as Collier, could ever come to feel this way and seemingly be speaking for all of her peers. I admire that Collier had the temerity to say what she did. The failure to respond, directly would be making another statement entirely.
Yeah, and I feel like people have to, tread lightly because it's a women's sport in the WNBA, but it's a professional league. And if you want the same equal treatment, then you're going to have to step it up. And Mad Dog Russo, I think yesterday did a great job. Trevor, hang on for a few minutes because I want to play a cut for you. We'll get to you in about 4 or 5 minutes, okay? Here's Mad Dog Russo yesterday as well. Now watch Monica McNutt's facial expressions. I don't know if she's mad or upset or whatever. Mad Dog is speaking the truth here about the WNBA and what is going on here.
Yep, as you should be. Here we go.
And I don't follow this carefully, but I watched it today. That was a tremendous non-call on the play that Collier lost the ball last Friday and lost the game. Okay? That was a great job by the officials. We agree. That was not a foul. Right. And Collier, in her response, said, this is about not W's and losses. Yes, it is. Because you put your statement out after you lost when your coach, right here, Reeve, the most disgraceful thing I have seen in 50 years of watching basketball, cursing out fans, walking into the gym, going into the post locker room, the media room, and killing the officials. When the official got the call right, I was in the real building with Pat Lally with the Lakers against the Celtics with Rambis. I was there when Pat Lally got burned with Hugh Hollins on a call by Hubert Davis, which gave the Celtics, which gave the Bulls wins. That was an incredibly horrendous decision.
It was the reverse. Phil Jackson got burned.
Terrible job by Reeve. She should apologize for garbage, ridiculous behavior. I spoke to an NBA official today who's in the Hall of Fame. He said, Chris, that was a tremendous non-call. The officials did the exact right thing. Collier says it's not about W's and L's. Yes, it is. You lost the game, you lost the ball, and you're frustrated. B, your coach acted like a complete
jackass. Say it.
You don't act like that. And she should apologize. You know what? I was out of line. The call was right. I can't run in the court, curse out the fans, and then on top of it, destroy the officials when my season. She deserved the suspension. Now we get that out of the way. This is, Steve, about labor negotiations. Mm-hmm. You have been around forever. We have seen the NFL lose games. We have seen the NBA lose games. They lost a half a season in '99 with the strike. Mm-hmm. We have seen baseball get amputated 94. And lose a World Series. I saw people kill Selig. I saw people kill Stern. I saw people kill Rozelle and Tagliabue because they were frustrated with the CBA. This is the same deal. They're annoyed that the CBA is not yet solved, and as a result, they're frustrated. She's mad by a call, and she's going crazy. Well, this will get settled when they negotiate a deal in October.
I'll add to that.
Yeah, Yeah, and again, I feel like people have to walk on eggshells when you talk about the WNBA because nobody wants to get labeled as a sexist or you hate that. Hey, the bottom line is they could talk about the league and the teams are generating, their value is higher. That doesn't mean the revenue is higher. I can't stress it enough. The league is still losing millions of dollars.
Yep.
And it wouldn't exist if not for the NBA. Period. Plain and simple. You're never going to get the kind of money you think you're going to get. It's never going to happen. Caitlin Clark is why you got better flights in first class or whatever it is, and chartered jets, and a lot of other reasons. And Kathy Engelbert has the freaking balls, even though she doesn't have balls, as far as I know, to say shit like that about Caitlin. Caitlin Clark don't give a fuck. She can go. She got offers to play in how many other leagues for more money?
A lot
for
more
more money. So what the hell are you talking about, Kathy Engelbert? You're so lucky that she's in the league. She's the only one of the few reasons why people watch. You can be all the other players you want, Angel Reese and everything else. The reality is people watch because of her. And, now I don't know what it says that their team got to the semis and before losing the Indiana Fever. I watched none of it. I might have watched a little bit of it if she was playing, but it's not my cup of tea. I'm not dissing the WNBA, but get into reality. You want to start being treated like the rest of the professional sports are? Then get your head out of your asses and get real because your league loses money. End of story. Your league loses money. You can have all the friends. You can say your franchises are generating or they're worth more now. Okay, maybe they are. That does not translate into the league making more revenue. So good luck with your negotiations. And 95% of the country won't give two shits if you go on strike or have a collective bargaining agreement or a holdout, whatever you want to call it. Most of the country doesn't care. That's the reality. It's a niche sport. Fucking WWE gets more, and WWE is fake. And ESPN spends just as much time promoting that crap. With scripted stuff that's fake. And people get into it. They do this thing, these commercials in Perth, Australia, like this, and hundreds of thousands of people will go and watch them. Okay, and if that's your cup of tea, I'm not taking that. It's fake. It's all made up before. I don't understand how people get so passionate over fake stuff. And maybe I'm being a hypocrite because I get passionate over movies and television shows, and that will move me emotionally, either anger or to tears. So I guess from that standpoint, but from an entertainment standpoint, if that's your cup of tea, so be it. That's great. But stop talking like the WWE isn't anything but fake and scripted. I don't know why ESPN they spend so much time talking about it because they spend so much money promoting it and getting the rights to it. But I don't get it. It's fake, fake, fake. Just like Elaine Bennett said, fake. What about the moaning, the screaming, and the pain? Fake, 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 fake. All right. Before we bring Trevor on, I do want to say this. And let me tell you, that's the last time I'm talking about the WNBA for a long, long time because I just don't care, and most of you don't either. Yesterday. On Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Roddy Jones on College Game Day's decision to go to Tuscaloosa for the Alabama-Vanderbilt game as opposed to going to Tallahassee for the Miami-Florida State game, which was originally planned until the Seminoles got upset by Virginia.
Roddy, how are you feeling about game day going to Tuscaloosa for a battle between the Commodores and the Tide?
Not good, Chris. I'm not going to lie to you. Listen, I do a lot with the ACC. I've played in the ACC. I love the conference. I'm fighting a losing battle. I feel like I am. Because there's a lot of people in ACC land asking, well, why isn't game day at Florida State, Miami? To which the easy answer is, Florida State lost last week. And then you follow up with, okay, where are they going? Vanderbilt, Alabama. Wait, didn't Alabama lose to Florida State? And I'm not saying that's how things are decided, but the novelty of Alabama and Vanderbilt playing as ranked teams and the, quote, history between these teams goes back like 365 days. It goes back to Saban saying that Vanderbilt wasn't a hard place to play and then Pavia beating them. Like, before that, they had lost 40 years straight. Meanwhile, on the other side, you've got teams with the same records, exact same records. Home team got a loss, visiting team undefeated. That is a historical rivalry. Like, what do you say about Vanderbilt and Alabama that can't be said in 4 sentences? We could take 4 days talking about Florida State, Miami. These two teams haven't met as ranked teams in a decade. And here's the other thing, KB. You look at the rest of the ACC schedule, like the rest of the year. There's not an obvious game day matchup. So game day has made their one trip to the ACC, which in the last 5 years, 5 trips, made our one trip to the ACC, and now we'll just go off and do the SEC thing for the rest of the year. In the Big Ten, Ohio State mainly. A lot of people in ACC country asking questions. Man, you think about this, just like on face value. You turned down Miami, Florida State.
I touched a nerve.
And all that meant during the 90s. Miami, Florida State for Vanderbilt at Alabama.
What if I
Why?
had told you?
Because Pavia?
Because Diego
'Cause Johnny
Pavia
Manziel's gonna be
has taken over.
Yeah, unfortunately, no, it's bullshit. They're still sending their number 1 crew to Tallahassee, but they're doing game day. Which all that means is Herbie's going to have to fly from Tuscaloosa to Tallahassee right after the show. All right, it's that time of day. A week on the Thursday, we bring in from WQAM, producer and co-host extraordinaire at times, Trevor Harris. Good morning, Trevor.
It is Florida State Miami week. And I like to tell game day they could kiss my ass, is what Bobby Knight would say. Anyways, that game day should have been at Tallahassee. Anyways,
you know what? I bet you the people, I bet you the McAfees of the world and others and Reese Dave, they want to go to Tallahassee. They have been told by their superiors. Once again, ESPN fucking up and screwing the rest of the country by thinking that that Vanderbilt, Alabama is going to get more. Trust me, Florida State, Miami will be the highest rated game of the week.
If you saw the podcast, Miami, Florida's had a bigger rating than whatever the other games were anyways. And Duncan Dad and I said this state championship needs to be played every year. The TV ratings are good. And also, get Notre Dame back on the schedule, please. They're a bunch of you-know-whats anyways. They want to play once every 10 years anyways.
Well, the Miami-Florida thing is going away for a few years like it did before. And
So dumb.
It really sucks. It really stinks. I hope it comes back sooner rather than later. But I'm sure everybody's excited this week about Miami Dolphins won their first game, and now they get to go to Carolina, where the Patriots humiliated them last week. But my gut feeling is the Dolphins will find a way to lose this one. But I'm sure all the play this week has become the Hurricanes and the Knolls, which I think Castellanos is going. He'll make a play here, a play there. He'll make you go ooh. He'll make you go ah. Right up until Bain squishes him. And I forget who said it this week. It's like, and it might have been, it was on one of my favorite shows on ESPN. I have 2, NFL Matchup, which really is an ESPN show.
Yeah.
But I do watch College Game Day every day. It's not on Mondays. It's on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 2 o'clock. And I always DVR. I wait for 15 minutes so I have to watch the commercials. And I watch college football live.
Yep.
And it might have been Roddy Jones or it might have been Sam Acho that said, had one of the best lines of the week. He's like, last week or 2 weeks, he goes, Ruben Bain pitched a tent next to DJ Lagway, basically the whole game. And Castellanos is, like I said, he'll make you ooh and ah.
Yeah.
I think they're going to massacre him at times. This is not Virginia's defense. No. I think he's in for a long, long day. I really do, as I think the Seminoles are, because of the trenches, the way Miami can stop the run. They're one of the best in the country in the way they do run the ball. Mm-hmm. And Florida State doesn't run the ball particularly well either. I just think Canes by 10, at least. I'm telling you, Canes by 10.
I hope so too. I got to produce this bad boy. I just want a good game. I've done a few Florida State games that are stinkers. I just want this to be a good game. Thomas Castellanos knows how to shout out a can once he's out of the pocket, which is major concerns for the Canes defense. But I feel like Ruben Bain and everybody on the D line will be able to contain him no matter what. You may have to put a QB spy on him. I'll say that for sure. So
well, that and then, but you bring up the point that it's the defensive line, and that's going to make the secondary all that much better. Because you get that pressure with the front 7, and then it makes everything easier for the secondary. So, look, guys like Daniel Brown and Frederick Jr., those guys, Who else? Jacoby Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Zachariah Corey. So those guys, I think he throws at least. I'll put it this way: he's gonna turn the ball over 3 times.
We'll see.
2 picks and a fumble. 2 picks and a fumble. Now, the other thing is going to be this is their first road game of the year.
Yeah.
Pretty generous schedule to start for the Miami Hurricanes. But look, man, it's them and Ohio State as far as 1 and 1A, as far as top defenses in the country, as far as I'm concerned. Now, offensively, Carson Beck is. I think Florida's defense is a hell of a lot better overall than Florida State's defense.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You look what Virginia did to that Florida State defense on last Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no reason why Carson Beck, again, I'm not expecting Cam Ward type numbers, but
no.
I think, is he going to shred? I don't know about shred. I think he'll have a really good game. And he's going to have a really good game because the offensive line, once again, and in the trenches, you're going to have the Miami Hurricanes being able to run the football with Fletcher Jr. and Brown and maybe Pringle and those guys. And
oh yeah.
I don't think Florida State's going to be able to run the ball all that well, and that's why I think Castellano's going to have to throw at least 40 times in this game, and that, to me, spells disaster. I don't like the kid. I don't like what he did at BC.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's overrated.
I feel you on that. He's a perfect Florida State quarterback. They're overrated as always, Think about it.
A couple.
I know. But I think one person you got to watch out for is Marty Brown as well. I think he's going to be a key to the offense as well. He's been incredible, and Tony as well, Malachi Tony as well.
I mean, the receivers speak for themselves. I just think they came into the game plan last week or against
2 weeks
Florida,
ago.
2 weeks ago, and you knew they were going to run. The Carson Beck had an okay day offensively, but Florida's defense is an excellent defense. We've seen it. We've seen it against LSU. We've seen it all year. It's an excellent defense. They just can't get out of their own way offensively. But if people think that Carson Beck is going to have that type of a game against this Florida State defense, you're crazy. He's going to do very well. I think he's going to do very well.
It's gonna be a fun game. I can't wait for the state championship. I like to say state titles on the line. I like to say.
Yeah. Again, a lot of the East Texas A&M and Kent State numbers. Florida State managed 514 total yards. In the loss to the Cavaliers, still managed 514 total yards in the loss to the Cavaliers, but their defense was not good at all.
I also look back. I look back to the Florida State Alabama game because Alabama was able to drew some numbers on them in many ways. So that's what I've been scouting. I always go by the Virginia game and the Bama game, see what you have, anyways. So it's a win and a loss.
In the trenches, Florida State's in big trouble.
Oh yeah.
Carson Beck's playing a lot of big games, a lot of hostile environments, and I'm sure it's going to be an unbelievable environment coming up at Doak Stadium coming up on Saturday night. Should be a lot of. What time's your pregame start? 4?
3 o'clock, baby.
4.5 hour pregame show.
Of a network pregame starting at 6:30, my man. So
that's awesome.
Oh yeah, we do it well for the Canes. We do 4 hours, 4.5 hours, and people care about the Canes down here. Then like up north, special. They did it's special. Like we don't care about the Dolphins. I always say that. Like we give the Dolphins a lot of time, but it's like people locally down here care about the Canes anyways. So
what was your reaction last week about the Dolphins win?
Earlier this week, some people were happy, some people were mad. I was like, I don't care. That's what I go by. I was like, I'm back from my vacation trip.
Let's talk about that. Where'd you go? What'd you do?
Your boy went to Clearwater Beach. I went to Clearwater Beach, Florida.
Oh, all right.
I was near Angel. Sorry, Angel did not hit you up. I was very much. I did a lot of drinking, by the way. So I really do apologize. I was going to hit you up.
Where'd you go? Maybe Angel's been to some of the same watering hole. Where'd you go?
I went to the Boxer. I went to another place in Clearwater Beach.
Boxer?
The Boxer. Yeah, I was on Clearwater Beach.
Angel, you know where that is? That means yes.
Yes, I went there. I went to another place as well. I ran into some people at the Philly Sports Strip. Then I went to the Green Legion party, which I'm friends with.
What's the Green Legion party? It
is the other Eagles traveling fan base and stuff they do, like travel agency stuff. So I know like Quimby and all the other people who are in charge of it. So I always meet up with them.
Oh, and then you went to the game, right?
Yeah, I went to the game by myself. I went to a game with my buddies and stuff. So we all of us, we have a little weird rule. We always buy different tickets elsewhere because we just want to sit in cool places. Rob, my buddy, I've been going to games from the past since 2017. He got club level tickets. He sent me a screenshot. I was trying to get into the Tampa Bay Bucks club level because I was in the shade, thankfully, under an awning, but I was like, the guy wouldn't let me in. I was like, let me in. And I was like, I can't let you in. It's like, it works. And the guy just turned me away. I said, screw you, pal. Anyways,
screenshots won't work. You have to have it in the ticket. You have to.
I know. We were trying to see if the screenshot would work.
Trust me, it doesn't work.
Because that works at the link. That's why. So we were trying to pull. Yeah, the screenshot works at the link in a few other places I've been to. So
that's crazy.
I know.
Anybody can do that. Then you could send the same screenshot to 1,000 people.
We would do that because then we can go on we can stay in the
come up that it's that seat's already taken. This is not.
Yeah, but the screenshot was you had to get through the club level entrance and stuff, so it's perfect anyways, but didn't work. So I thankfully was under an awning on the Eagles sideline.
You go with 5. How many buddies? 5.
There's 6 of us usually.
6 of you, but you all sit. You buy single seats in different sections.
Yeah, it's usually 2 of them are
You rotate during the game?
No, we all meet up at one spot usually. That's why. So we always pick on the Eagles sideline. So
That's bizarre.
Well, the problem is, Rob buys his ticket last minute. The other guys like to buy their tickets last minute. I got mine Friday anyways. So I was like, let me look at some deals, and I saw a deal under an awning. Let me just grab this one anyways. So, and I don't like waiting till I tell them I'm done waiting until midnight to buy a fucking ticket anyway. So let me just buy it now.
Well, how much was your ticket? How much was Rob and the club seats ticket?
His seat was $350. Mine was $308.
Oh, almighty! Yeah. And you could have gone to the Dolphin Patriot game 2 weeks ago for $90 in a club seat and gotten a ride home.
I could have gone to the Dolphin Jet game for $126. These are my seats I had.
Oh, $308.
Yeah, last row. Before, it was under an awning and stuff. So I had shade 24/7. So,
what was the face value of the ticket?
I saw that ticket go for usually it's
$150,
something like that. But Tampa fans sell their tickets no matter what. They love to have the opposing fan take over that place more. It's you think Miami's worse, but Bucks fans, Angel probably knows this. Bucks fans will get rid of their tickets no matter what because they want that money no matter what. Anyways, doesn't matter if it.
Well, there were a lot of Eagles fans there, but I expect that anyway. They traveled well. There were a lot of Jets fans in Miami.
I didn't see that many Jet fans actually the whole weekend when I was down here.
You could see them. I listened. I mean, you could hear them. I mean, there was, and it's pathetic. They're pathetic. I mean, and Miami still had to hang on.
I know.
And that was without Tua turning the ball over for the first time in a decade.
And Darren Waller turning back the clock, playing he's 27, 18, or 19.
I like him. He's hard not to like. I mean, I like him. So
I had to cut up his sound on Monday. He's he speaks really well. I like to say that. So, so I enjoy going to Tampa. I'm just gonna say this, no disrespect. I love doing that trip. I'm tired of it. I need to go travel again outside the state of Florida.
Well, you had fun in Clearwater, and then so you went to a couple of watering holes, and
yes,
good atmosphere.
Good atmosphere. It was also the boat races were going on, so all the boat people were at my hotel I was staying at. And a wedding was going on too.
Oh, did you crash it?
I texted Quimby, where you're at? You want to crash this wedding? It's on my way. We did crash the wedding. We took a little of the booze at least. So.
Get out! What do you mean you took a little of the booze?
We saw the open bar. Me and Quimby just took it. That's why.
You took the bottles?
2 bottles. That's why.
What? What?
Yes.
You crashed a wedding and took 2 bottles of booze?
Yes, we did.
Wake up!
Yes, sir.
Wake up!
Yes, sir.
Do the finish to order, you lazy cow! Hurry up!
Wait,
it was true.
How were 2 bottles? Where was the bartender?
I don't know where the bartender is. We just went and just took them. That's why.
Wait a second. So you go into the hotel, you go up to the bar,
the wedding was outside. The wedding was outside.
Outside. So there's a bar, little mini bar outside.
Yeah.
And nobody's there to tend it?
No.
And what did you take?
What we took a vodka bottle and a Jack Daniels bottle. That's what we
did. Grey Goose and a John Daniels.
Yes. I always take the nicer spirit. I was looking for the Tito's. I found the Tito's at least. That's what I go by.
So obviously it had to be open bar, right?
It was open bar, yes.
But where was the person attending bar? I mean, I don't get it.
I don't
Was
know
there
where.
a tip jar there or anything? I mean,
I honestly,
anything?
me and Squibby just did a mission and just left. That's why. So.
You'll be on video somewhere along. So you just casually, you stroll, you look around. Did anybody think you were the bartender and come up to you?
That is my guess. So that's what we thought anyways. We were like, let's be like bartenders just in case someone wants to we have to make drinks for people. And he looked at me like, let's do it. So
you go to Clearwater.
Yes.
The lovely couple that got married, open bar. You walk in. What were you wearing when you walked in? An Eagles jersey?
No. A bathing suit and like a pullover somewhere. So
no, you didn't. And nobody looked at you.
Nobody said
Nobody
anything.
Looked at you crazy, like, who are these two guys coming in here?
Exactly.
What did they think? You were like Cabana Boys? Or I mean, what are they thinking? Was there a pool nearby?
No, it was on the sand and stuff. That's the crazier part. It was near the beach.
The bar was on the sand.
Bar was on the sand, yes.
Oh my God, those people! How many other people stole bottles?
I don't know.
You don't even steal drinks. You steal bottles.
Yes.
You stole bottles from a beach bar. You committed theft. Spent, taking away taxpayers' money.
There's not many taxpayers' money in Florida anyways.
Taking away cocktails out of the lovely families that are there trying to have a good time. They run out of Tito's or Grey Goose and Jack Daniels because Trevor and who's your friend, Ogilvy?
We will not say his name. We'll say that. That's it enough.
There's video of that.
Probably, but oh well.
You walk in with a bathing suit and a T-shirt?
A hood, a pullover, yes.
What'd the pullover say on it?
It was just a blank pullover. That's the best part of it anyways.
Well, I'll give you credit for. Did you have any idea that was going to be the plan when you walked in?
Nope. We just saw a wedding. Let's crash this bad boy. It'd be funny.
Nobody came up to the bar while you were there outside.
No. Thankfully not. Thankfully not. So I know make a few drinks no matter what. Anyways.
Did you you and your buddy you each carrying a bottle? I'm assuming.
That's
you don't
why
hide it under your shirt or anything like that.
That's why I wore it. I had my hoodie with me. It was perfect.
So you put underneath the hoodie and
I put it on my side actually. So
very clever. And nobody said anything.
Nobody said anything. We're good to go.
When you first walked in, wasn't there anybody there? So it was like a big hall in the hotel.
It was outside. It was like there was no dividers.
The whole wedding was outside.
The whole wedding was outside. Yeah.
Boy, they're stupid.
I know.
Wow.
It's good stuff.
Wow. I'm blown away.
I went full degenerate.
What if you have gotten caught? You go to jail.
We do go to jail. We go to Pinellas County for that. I don't want to do that. So
you call an angel to bail you out. I need a ride.
Angel, I need some money. Keep bailing me. Appreciate it.
Oh my.
I know a few.
If you called me and said, Pete, I did a stupid thing. I got arrested. I was stealing Grey Goose and Tito's from a wedding in Clearwater. Can you help me? And I would tell them to Jerry Seinfeld. Who is this?
Who is this again?
I don't know any Trevor. Who?
Trevor Harris from View Station.
Oh my God, you're a fucking pisser. Unbelievable. Jesus, that is just, I'll give you ball. I can't believe nobody said anything. So I guess once you're back inside, you're home free because everybody's outside. Is there a dance floor out there?
I didn't see no dance floor. It was probably like another part of the beach anyways.
Nothing was happening inside at all.
Nothing was happening inside, no. There was like boat races are going on, the boat people, and a wedding was going on. So I was like, holy shit, everything was packed. So
oh my God, just like that old video of people that snuck into the Oscars that had no passes, they dressed into tuxedos and they had cameras back then, and they kind of just bullshitted their way through security. You walk into a beautiful hotel in Clearwater. You walk onto a beach bar, steal 2 bottles, and walk out, and nobody gave a shit about either of you.
Yes.
I want to make a citizen's arrest.
I want winners.
All right, man. So you're producing. What time you get in the studio on?
I'll probably get to the studio around like 4.
Oh, 4. Okay.
4. I like to get there early because I like to. I like to watch college football games a little bit. So I have it. So I do. We do the we're in
Watch Alabama Vanderbilt, the game that game day is going to broadcast.
I'll put whatever games on Fox, anyways. That's what I go by. I have my rule now. I avoid any SEC game now because I just don't care for it now. I just want to watch the ACC or whatever Big 12 game there is now. Just give me points. Just give me hijinks at least.
I got you.
Just give me Tim Brando on the call. That's what I go by now. So.
All right, buddy. We'll look for. Hang on. Where's your going? You are unbelievable. I can't
send it in.
So I send it in as timer.
All right, here he goes. Trevor Harris and
Upper Bowl podcast is out this week.
Don't hire that man to be your bartender. He will just steal the bottles and take off.
That's some good old New York Jet stuff. That's Jet fans' attitude, anyways. Upper Bowl podcast is out. Me and Duncan Dad talked whatever. Anyways, also Cubs, get your shit together. I want playoff baseball, and also I need Cubs Red Sox. I need this World Series. I need a Cubs Red Sox World Series.
So do I. It's the last thing on my bucket list. All right, geez, I don't know what to even call you anymore. I don't know. That's just you'll be producing WQAM in Miami, Canes in North coming up on Saturday.
Also, Florida Panther games. I'll be doing those again. So get ready.
Oh yes, next week they open the season.
Yes, so get ready for. I'll send you some stuff.
No Kachuk and
no
players.
No Barkov.
No Barkov. That was horrible. He's gonna be out for a while.
He said he's back in 5 to 6 months. I don't believe it.
All right. Have a good day. There he goes. Just like that. Can you believe that guy? All right. From one great guest to another, we welcome in Hector Longo from the Eagle Tribune. Just unbelievable. Now, Hector, you've done some crazy things. So my man Trevor Harris, I don't know how much of you heard. By the way, good morning.
Pete, the streak is over. We're at 1 in a row because I cannot hear you right now. I apologize for that.
I hear you and I see.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to get you on my ears. So hang on 1 second.
All right.
I knew it was going to happen.
Oh my God. Hector Longo from the Eagle Tribune. We might need Sandra again, his lovely wife. Might need Sandra. Help Miss Sandra, help Miss Sandra, help Miss Sandra, help Miss Sandra. Angel, can you believe Trevor Harris? Can you believe that guy? That is hysterical.
He's out of his mind. If he would have gotten caught down here, especially up in this area in Pinellas County, he could forget about going back to Miami for a little bit because they were like, so is that what we're doing right now? But he is absolutely insane.
Surprising to try to steal a boat with all the boat races going on.
Right.
Wow. That is.
Yeah, that would have been so bad. It would have been so bad. I know the Green Legion, those guys, they tend to do a lot more crazy stuff than Philly sports trips, but there's no way you would have put me up to something like that. I'm like, come on, man, we can do it.
I didn't ask him the hotel he was at. Do you have an idea of the hotel that he was staying at?
No. Hold on. No, because I suggested a couple hotels for him to stay at, so I'm not too sure. I said to him if he stayed at Sheppard, maybe he stayed there. But
is that a bird?
No, that was Hector.
I know. Hector, can you hear? I see you, and I heard you before, and I could see you before. Can you hear me?
Muted. And he took off.
Sandra.
Yep.
Where is she? Well, we're waiting for him. How about this? For the best articles in audio, except for Hector right now. There's only one source that provides everything you need 365 days a year to satisfy your sports crave. It's Total Sports Prep. Staff combing through the best articles and audio so you don't have to. Sports and non-sports kicker stories will leave you laughing all day long. To get your free trial of Total Sports Prep, contact them. info@sportsbroadcastingcoach.com. That's info@sportsbroadcastingcoach.com. Total Sports Prep. The name says it all. Okay, we get to... Thursday, by the way, today, according to Jeff Passan, marks the second time in baseball history there will be 3 winner-take-all playoff games in one day. Tigers at the Guardians at 3 on ABC, Flattery versus Ciccone, Padres at the Cubs, Darvish versus Italian, 5 on ESPN, and Red Sox Yankees, as you know, early versus Schlittler at 8 o'clock. Unbelievable. So that's good stuff. Yeah, the Red Sox are at 8 because the Dodgers or the Reds could not get to a game 3. So they finished them off. 727-858-6650 as we try to away. But anyway, so you don't know the hotel that Trevor was staying at before he committed theft, where he committed theft?
No, that's it. Because there's a couple of hotels that have outdoor weddings. Obviously, like Debbie and I, we got married at Sheppard's and we did it outside,
Yes.
the outdoor venue. But I mean, you've got there's the other one too. Is it the Sheridan that's down the street? There's like 2 other fancy ones that are up there, and they got a new place too.
Are they on the beach? I mean, we can do a little bit of process of elimination, right? All these hotels are not on the beach. The one that set up a bar on the beach, right? Could we do a process of elimination? Like who would be what would be capable?
Yeah, I don't think Sheppard's is good as far as they always have someone tending the bar, so they never walk away because there's the outdoor pool and stuff.
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of I've been to a lot of outdoor weddings, and every just by law you have to have somebody tending bar. You can have an open bar, but you still need somebody to tend the bar.
Correct.
How the hell maybe they just caught the person at the right time who was in the bathroom, but I can't believe you don't tell a manager or somebody else.
Well, yeah,
and there's got to be video of him and his buddy stealing that shit.
I'm quite sure. Which, if you're not really thinking about it, go back and take a look. But yeah, because you got to figure with even I could just speak for Sheppard's. They have it where if someone's tending the bar,
not my relation, by the way, just so you know.
Correct. So, but they have someone where they'll come over, like the supervisor, another bartender will come over and just say, hey, do you need a break? And they'll say, yeah. So they'll stay there in place until the person takes a break and they come back. Now, it could have been unless it was like maybe the Sheridan and you brought your own booze and were tending your own bar, then that's a whole different story.
That's not allowed. That's not allowed.
Usually not, because you always have to hire someone.
Yeah, you cannot bring your own booze to a hotel, to a wedding, not like that. If you set up something privately outside the hotel and had a permit or something, yes, but you can't bring your own booze into a hotel. It's just like bringing booze into an arena.
Correct.
I see Hector trying to log on. He's trying to beam in.
Sure is. Looks like the sun coming up inside of the living room. But no, I mean, there's very few couple that are up there on the beach side. So he went away again. But there's very few. But even still, you have to have some crazy balls to do so, because that would not be me. I'm sorry. I'm not for anything. I don't care who dared me. Like, nope. I would have run to the store across the street from the hotel.
This isn't even making a drink. He stole a bottle.
Two. That's even a bigger one.
Well, first he walks in with a hoodie, a hoodie type of sweatshirt and a bathing suit. Nobody says diddly poo.
Which is even more strange. Then no one said anything, because I'm pretty sure they would clear off. Now, I don't know. Maybe they left the area wide open, but even still, all I know at Sheppard's it wouldn't fly. But who knows?
All right, speaking of diddly poo, why not? Let's have some fun before we get to Hector, if it even can get on today.
And that was a disgraceful performance.
That's what I'd say to Trevor.
And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
One of the best. One of the best ever. I will see. Wait for that. As long as we're just having some fun here. Here's some funny calls in the NFL from Ed Hockley.
There was no foul on the play. It was not a hold. The defender was just overpowered. Yes, there are penalties in the Pro Bowl. Pass interference. Defense number 24. The ball is placed at the 1-yard line. First down.
And keep in mind, you have a new center for Carson Palmer this year.
The whole offensive line.
How about
5-yard
that?
penalty. The whole offensive line. Second down. Before the ball was snapped, false start. Offense number 79 was moving backwards. 5-yard penalty. It's second down. There were 2 fouls by the defense. Offense, correct. I'm sorry.
He's a lawyer.
Offside defense. Penalty is declined. There's also personal foul, face mask. That penalty's enforced half the distance to the goal. First down. Foul on the prior play. My flag was being returned to me. It was tossed back to me, hit the ground. When that happened, the clock operator thought there was a penalty and stopped the clock. The clock should have continued to run. There should be 12 seconds taken off the clock. So it should be 124. Take the play clock down 12 seconds as well.
What the heck?
Before the pass was completed, the ball was being touched by the defender who was out of bounds. Therefore, the loose ball before the completion was touching a player who was out of bounds. Therefore, by rule, that's an incomplete pass.
Whoa.
No timeouts are charged.
They deem all the balls being moved.
To reverse and replay, there must be clear, uncontroverted evidence that the ruling on the field was wrong. In other words, you have to be certain. Here, the ruling on the field stands. It is a touchdown.
In the world?
That unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Here's Ed Hockley.
There was an illegal motion by the offense, number 80, never got set before the snap. That foul, when under a minute, causes the ball to be bone dead before the snap. Therefore, the offside on the defense did not occur. The foul was before the snap. The clock should be reset to 24 seconds. That's what it was at the time of the snap. The illegal motion inside 1 minute requires a 10-second runoff. Therefore, the clock goes to 24, and then reset the clock to 14 seconds, and it's third down. The ruling on the field stands as called. However,
Please, ladies and gentlemen.
The force from the ball legally recovered by New England because the ball was not touched by San Francisco. There will be a 10-yard penalty against the receiving team at that spot, and San Francisco will keep the ball. Personal foul, roughing the face mask defense.
Roughing the face mask?
Roughing the face mask. And one more crazy play from, let's see if we can get Hector Longo on. I know he is trying. I can't. He's got to bring his camera down or whatever it is. I don't see him. I see he's trying to log on. But.
Or he could be on his phone.
Yeah, but even that, got to bring his phone down. All I see is a light. I don't know if that's the Lord or. Bright light.
Coming.
Hector Longo, can you hear me? Hector Longo.
I'm going with no.
I'm going with no also. Angel, real quick, while we try to get Hector on, it just refreshed my Twitter. This is the play I was talking about last night, and Eaton not scoring from third into seventh was basically another play, one of several the Red Sox didn't execute properly that cost them the game. But this is what happened last, and it was a great play by Chisholm at second base. But nevertheless, Eaton should have scored here.
Cruz delivers this one to Chisholm. Diving play. Up he throws. Save the ball. Gets away from Rice, but not far enough. And Eaton stays at third. Oof, a risk-reward play by Chisholm to make the throw. And Yoshida diving into first. The bases are loaded.
In the inexperienced.
I will never understand, unless you're trying to avoid a tag, number one, you never, ever, ever dive into first. And you see it more. You lose. It is physics. You lose a step and a half. It is proven. You don't dive into first unless you're trying to avoid some sort of a tag. It's so dumb. I don't get it. In so many major leagues, you're taught that in Little League. Don't dive into first base unless you're avoiding a tag. But that play right there, Chisholm made a great stop, obviously saved 2 runs, but Eaton should have scored there. He absolutely would have scored. He would have scored easily. And that would have put the Red Sox up 4-3 at the time. But if, but, when, maybe. Didn't happen. Game 3 going to be tonight. Yep. All right. Well, we try one more time to get I got the perverted.
That's him on a bat phone. Can I go on?
Oh, sorry, Sandra not here, and my tech inept old ass can't get this thing up and running. My apologies. All right, so we'll try again tomorrow. Okay, we will try again tomorrow.
Just tell him just send a Western Union. Just do it in Morse code.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. All right, what I was going to play finally is when I was goofing around here a little bit towards the end of the show. Kevin Harlan is great, one of my favorite broadcasters, one of my favorite play-by-play guy. And, you know, in the media, you're always taught, in play-by-play, people are taught not to talk about streakers or anything the cameras won't pick up on the field. But on the radio side, Kevin doesn't give a shit.
He's walking. He's walking to the 3. He's at the 2. And the cat is in the CDW red zone. CDW, people who get it now, a policeman, a state trooper has come on the field, and the cat runs into the end zone. That is a touchdown. And the cat is elusive, kind of like Barkley and Elliott. But he didn't know where to go. Look at, they're trying to corner him, and they got him in the end zone. There are state troopers all around this cat, which now climbs up into the stands, and the fans are running for their life. Now it goes back on the field again, and it's running in the back of the end zone, and it runs up the tunnel.
More.
Second down, 20, 5:03 to go. Someone has run on the field. Some guy with a brawl. And now he's not being chased. He's running down the middle, the 40. Arms in the air in a victory salute. He's pulling down his pants. Put up your pants, my man. Pull up those pants. He's being chased to the 30. He breaks a tackle from a security guard. The 20, down the middle, the 10, the 5. He slides at the 1, and they converge on him at the goal line. Pull up your pants, take off the bra, and be a man. And the players with hands on hips at the other end of the field are looking at him and shaking their head and saying, why, oh, why is this taking place in a Super Bowl?
Hang on.
3rd and 4, looks into the nickel of San Francisco in the secondary. Hey, somebody has run out on the field. Some goofball in a hat and a red shirt. Now he takes off the shirt. He's running down the middle by the 50. He's at the 30. He's bare-chested and banging his chest. Guy runs the opposite way. He runs at the 50. He runs at the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes. The 20. They're chasing him. They're not going to get him. Waving his arms. Bare-chested. Somebody stop that man. Here comes the blue goat. Oh, they got him. They're coming for the ropes. Oh, they tackle him at the 30-yard line. That was the most exciting thing that happened tonight.
I tell you what, that was a great call on your part. That was a great call. All right, I'm ready for the last 11:31 now, Kevin. Let's go.
Look at the police. They've surrounded this man like he is.
All right, that's Kevin Harlan with some crazy calls right there. All right, lastly, this is really what grinds my gears, and I didn't hear it live yesterday, but during the Padres' blanking of the Cubs, this isn't about the story. MLB analyst Ben McDonald, really, he's going to get in trouble for this. And I know that like people like John Buccigross and people like myself are going to be all over. Listen to Ben McDonald as they were talking about opening night next week in the NHL and the 3 games that ESPN is broadcasting. Great support, Ben.
Blackhawks return to the ice Next Tuesday, NHL opening night against the defending champion Florida Panthers at 5 Eastern, 4 Central on ESPN. Triple header that night. Penguins, Rangers, Avalanche, Kings. Ben, I know you got an opinion on this. Panthers three-peat this year. What do you think?
If you'd say so. I mean, good luck to them. Are you asking me if I'm going to be watching?
No, you'll be watching, of course, because you work for ESPN. You'll be watching Saturday night.
Hey, you know what, Angel? I just got the video. Just refresh and let's just play this video. And then, now, before we do play it, I'll just set it up. I mean, it really is unbelievable. ESPN paid $2.8 billion for broadcast rights to the NHL, only to have this jackass Ben McDonald say this on the air. Should be right under the show. I just put it out. You're gonna have to refresh.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh.
Yep.
Come on.
You may have just broadcast your last game, Ben McDonald. You were a pretty good pitcher in Baltimore back in the day, but I lose all respect. I think he's an LSU guy, too.
Stop it. Here we go.
Next Tuesday, NHL opening night against the defending champion Florida Panthers at 5 Eastern, 4 Central on ESPN. Triple header that night. Penguins, Rangers, Avalanche, Kings. Ben, I know you got an opinion on this. Panthers three-peat this year. What do you think?
If you say so. I mean, good luck to them. Are you asking me if I'm going to be watching?
No, you'll be watching, of course, because you work for ESPN. You'll be watching Saturday night.
There is zero chance I'll be watching. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Where will you be?
I will be somewhere, but there's zero chance I'll be watching.
All right, thanks, Ben. We'll be watching. Thanks for the rating. And the Blackhawks return to the ice.
That is ridiculous. Even if you don't watch hockey or something, you don't say that. That's bad. It's bad. He's going to get his ass reamed. And I know
you're making the network look ridiculous.
Oh, looks terrible. And you know how sensitive ESPN people are about that stuff. When you don't promote their product and you work for them, they don't like that very much. Ben McDonald, you may have broadcast your last game. That's for damn sure.
McCoy.
Dead, Jim. He's dead.
He's dead, Doctor.
He's dead, Jim. He's dead. He's dead, Captain.
Dead, Ben McDonald. As far as your media career is, might be dead.
Could very well be. That's just
All
dumb.
right. What's coming up on the network today?
Duncan Dad will be back today. That'll be at 1 o'clock with Ain't That Right? So you guys can tune in at 1 p.m. and listen in to Duncan Dad. And that will be pretty much all of it for today.
All right, tomorrow I can promise you another great show coming up. It'll be a full show until 10, as it always is. Gabe Morency at 9:30. We'll have his picks. I'll have my pigskin picks as well. Hector Longo hopefully will be joining us tomorrow because his wife Sandra will be back and be able to get him on the air with us. There's no question about that. I have a full confidence in Sandra. Hector, not so much. And we've got a couple of other guests, too, coming up. As usual, Angel, I will text you later on today with the full guest list. Thank you. Thanks to Trevor Harris as well. He is there is a warrant out for his arrest for stealing 2 bottles of booze at a hotel in Clearwater. But other than that, he's a good guy. All right, Angel, thanks a lot. Great job today. And go Red Sox tonight. We'll be back for a full MLB recap tomorrow and all the NFL news you can handle right here on the Pete Sheppard Show and the Coastal Sports Digital Network. Back at 7 a.m. See ya.